All right, guys, good day. Hope you're doing well. I'm here at actually at my parents' house. They have a bit more space, so I have that luxury and that convenience. But this is our workout all about turning. So this is our technical workout 3 for the first 2 weeks. We will certainly use this session again as it is a great series of activities. When we reference turning, we're talking about headed in one direction, turning 180 degrees back to your original direction. So for my setup here, you take a look. I have 2 cones about 3 steps apart, and then another 8 to 10 yards, another 3 steps apart. You may not have that full space. The focus for you would be to have some point that you recognize that you're turning at least trying to get 2 to 3 touches and then turning again. If it's less than 2 to 3 touches between turns, honestly, you're just spinning around. You're gonna get dizzy. It's not gonna be as productive of your time. You can certainly get the moves. The other option would be to go one direction, a couple touches, turn, and then come back. You'll notice here, when I do the turns, very important, you gear down, slow down into the turn, execute the move, and then accelerate out of the turn a little bit. A lot of players make the mistake is they turn and then they rest. And that's creating a bad habit in a game. When you turn, you're turning away from an opposition, you're turning to get into new space. And if you turn and then slow down, you're allowing the defense to catch up with you. You're allowing the opponent to cover that space. So you need to turn, accelerate out, and then if you need to slow down, that's fine. We'll start basic with some of the very simple turns. You'll see me both coming at the camera and away from the camera, so you can see, and I'll do it several times through each one. All right, enjoy and keep up the good work. First one is the inside cut. This is probably one of the most basic turns. You'll see I start slowly here, just prepare my body by going past the ball a little bit, use the inside right above the ball of my foot to turn quickly, and then take my next touch right in the new direction I want to go. So you'll see I'm very lively on my toes, take a few touches in between, turn, push, and go in a new direction. Turn, push, go in a new direction. Alright, so the inside cut. Next one, very similar to that, is the outside cut. So, same idea. As I start slow, prepare my body, I go past it, use the outside pinky toe to hit down on the ball slightly to take the pace out of it. Using the outside of my foot, reach past, touch, and go. Make sure you're alternating feet, one foot continuously and then the other foot, or switching feet each time. The next one is the sole roll, and I put here in parentheses, this is an open roll. So that means I open my body up so I see the ball out of my peripheral vision each time. I use the bottom of my foot, I reach across my body, pull the ball back in the new direction I'm going, being able to see the ball the whole time. Alright, being able to take a touch right away with the outside of my foot in a new direction. Sole roll. Very similar movement is the sole roll, but it's behind. So you notice the key difference here is where the other one I expose the ball to the defender if he was coming. Now I use my front leg to protect the ball. Alright, the disadvantage here is for a split second you lose sight of the ball. So I turn it behind. This is not the Cruyff turn, that's next. So this is using the bottom of my foot to roll the ball behind and then turn 180 to meet the ball on the other side. Next up is the Cruyff turn. So similar idea from the prior turn, but as I go up, you'll see I really use my arms to fake that shot or that pass and then turn behind my non-kicking foot with the inside of my faking leg. So the inside right above the ball of my foot, same area that you would touch the ball with a sole with your side taps, same area that you would use on the prior cut turn with the inside. And now I give you a couple bad examples. You're not just going up, doing a little Cruyff turn. You're really meant to sell it, really meant to disguise it to throw off a defender. Alright, V pullback. Great turn. In the main difference here is you're using 2 touches. So you're using the sole of your foot, the bottom of your foot to pull it underneath, and then the inside on the ball of your foot to take it in a new directions. So you're making a V with the ball, and that second part puts the ball further up towards the path of the new direction that you want to go. So V pullback, take away your next touch, usually with the outside of the other foot. All right, step over turn. You'll see I start slowly here. You're stepping over as if you're faking a pass. So you reach across, fake your pass, and then you take it away with the outside of the same foot. All right. For me, I had to think a little bit to my left side. My right side came much more naturally. So reach, step over, take away with the same foot, and now you'll see I increase the speed a little bit. Step over, take away with the outside. Reach, step over, take away with the outside. Start slow and then build up to speed. Left foot, reach, step over, take away, step over, take away. Now the opposite movement, the scissors turn. So you see here, I go slow at first, I make a scissors movement. So I cut my foot across the ball and then use the outside of my other foot to take it in a new direction. All right. This one is not one that, as a player, I ever use a lot in games, but it is very good to work on your footwork, your balance, your coordination. All right, so now up to speed a little bit. Scissors, turn. Touch, touch, touch. Scissors, adjust my feet. Reach and get the ball at the outside of my new leg. Scissors, turn. There was a good one. Scissors, turn. Accelerate out of each turn. All right. So as soon as you can change directions and keep touching the ball in the new direction, it's very good. You want to minimize time between touches. All right, a fun one here, just a little side tap. So tap, tap, turn with a little Cruyff. So not one that I would expect everyone to use in games, but good for the footwork, good for your movements. So if the ball starts on the right, you tap to the left, tap back to the right, and then turn. All right, next is a half spin. I think in technical 1, this was a bonus, so you were spinning in a full circle on a base leg. Now you're just doing a little half spin. So a fun one to work on your balance, one to work on your movements. For me, much harder with the left than the right, but you go in, reach across, spin the ball 180, and then head off in a new direction. One more time. There you go. Alright, and now time for your bonus. So I call this juggling turn or an overhead flick. So you take your time, start slow, and you can even use a bounce. So as you're juggling, or kick, bounce, kick, flick the ball up over your head, turn 180, and go. Neymar loves this one. He uses a little bit more of a flick than an actual touch, but either one is fine for now. Just having fun learning this one. So flick it up over your head. Doesn't work out like that one, no problem. And then once you get up to it, you can juggle. So you can juggle all the way across, touch, touch, flick it over your head, turn over, and juggle. Low juggles, high juggles, flick it over your head, turn, and keep it up the best you can. Bad touch, no problem. Keep going. All right. I'll show you here in a second the difference. Sometimes you have to be careful you don't hit yourself in the face, but there you see more of a hold it for just a split second and use my foot to flick it over. One more time. This is an example of a fun one you can do. You flick and you spin the other direction so you don't see the ball for a second. Alright. So guys, keep up the good work. Quote that always stuck out to me once I heard it. The vision of a champion is bent over, drenched in sweat at the point of exhaustion when no one else is looking. All right, so I know that's us right now. I know that's how that feels right now in this quarantine, in this QuaranTRAINing. But remember, while no one's looking, you have to work hard, and that's how you get the most out of it. All right, good stuff. Enjoy.